Communication is hard. Not communicating is hard. Being and staying healthy is hard. But being unhealthy has its downsides too. Being financially responsible is hard. But worrying about money, even harder. And a lot of people say that marriage is hard. And I'm going to say divorce is even harder. So life is filled with hard choices. And the question becomes, what actually do you want to make hard? I'm Lesli Dories, your marriage coach, creator of the Hero Husband Project, and owner of Foundations Coaching. And it's a very common thought that marriage is hard. And if you believe that it's hard, then it can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. And I personally don't believe that marriage has to be as difficult as most people make it. Now, I get it. Taking two people who've had very different experiences and different ways of viewing the world can be a challenge. Having those two people try to form a life together can be a challenge. But there are things that can be done to make it easier. Many years ago, I had a client who came into my office and she said, "Oh my God, I've had an epiphany." And I went, "Great, what was it?" And she said, "Relationships aren't natural." And my flip response was, "Well, where'd you get the idea that they are?" But this is what we believe. We believe that when we fall in love with somebody, and if we fall in love with the right person, then everything is just easy sailing. And the truth of the matter is nothing in life is easy sailing. And it really is about the choices that we're going to make as to whether or not we will make this, we will do things that will support this choice, right? And saying no to that cookie, or saying no to buying something that we really can't afford, going on staying at a hotel that is really nice, but maybe it's out of our budget. These are the decisions that we have to make. And the truth is about marriage is when you know what works, and by the way, there's a lot of information out there about skills that you can learn and things that you can do to make your marriage much more enjoyable. There's all this information out there, but the thing is that people don't access it. And part of that is because they think it's supposed to be hard. So when they find it hard, oh, I must be doing this right. But as I said, there are lots of information out there about what you can do, ways to make your marriage much more enjoyable. And when you learn those skills and you implement them consistently, it actually gets easier. I mean, think about it. The first time you got into a car to drive, you were probably anxious and paying really close attention and nervous and all this other stuff. And now you get in the car and you drive and you don't think anything about it, right? Doing marriage is comparable. When you learn how to do it well, it becomes easier over time. Initially, yeah, it might be a little tough, but it is a question of which hard do you want to choose. So I'm inviting you to choose the initially hard part of learning how to do marriage well, instead of letting it lie there and not really putting forth the productive effort, and then your marriage just dies a slow death and you'll end up in the divorce courts, which, let me tell you, has its own set of hard. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Please feel free to subscribe. I would love to know which hard you want to choose. So you can put that in the comments down below or DM me. And until next week, stay loving.